Hello, Lisa. This is Natalia, Angel Lady, and I'm recording your love and romance angel reading. So, thank you very much for ordering this from me, and thank you for your patience in waiting to receive it as well. So, Lisa, this is a voice recording, not a video, even though it's uploaded as a video file. And you won't be able to see any images that come up on the screen. All you will hear is my voice. So as soon as the titles have disappeared, then you won't see anything but a blank screen, and that's perfectly normal. That's what's meant to happen. This link that I've shared with you is private, so you can rest assured that no one else can have access to this unless you share the link with them. And you'll also use this link to keep accessing your love and romance reading as often as you wish in the future, because you listen for the first time, you hear certain things, and then you'll listen again and hear other things, and then obviously your love life will keep evolving. Even though you've been single for a while, my love, I know what that's like, so I can empathise with you. So let's take a look. Let's see what's coming in for you, and have a look and see what we can see. Okay, what I want to do first of all is I want to focus on you, where you're at right now, and what are some of the blocks that might be preventing you from actually forming a relationship with someone, because we're just one big ball of energy and we're putting out vibrations all the time, attracting, repelling people and things depending on what we're transmitting. So for you, what I feel is a big block has been your indecision, and about what your highest self wants and what your lower self wants. So if you think about the energy centers running up the body, from the root of the spine, the base of the spine, which is the very first chakra, the root chakra, through to the top of the head, the crown chakra. And the root chakra is all about groundedness, belonging, material things, all those things that we need to be able to live a life as effectively and abundantly as possible to do our life's work. And then the crown chakra is all about, not being grounded at all. It's about accessing our highest self, what's for the good of our highest self, and tapping into that wisdom. And you've got this almost sort of juggling act going on between those two aspects of your life. So it's like you want to go to your highest self, you want to kind of be free, but then you want to belong. And I feel like it's that indecision and worry and disappointment that gets in the way of relationships for you. So what you most want, you are pushing away as well energetically. And you might be sitting there thinking, no, I want love, I really do. But I feel as though if you ever, if you've been getting into associations at all over the years, people have come up on your pathway, and you're rejecting them because you're looking for the problem. You're looking for the thing that's going to go wrong, and so you're rejecting that because you don't want to get hurt, and you don't want to make mistakes or be disappointed, and you worry. There's a big sense of worry and indecision with you, and that's that overcoming that. And what I would say is that I wouldn't recommend any particular chakra to be unblocked. To be honest, I feel like it's the whole chain of chakras, the 7 major energy centers that need rebalancing, opening, clearing. I have a meditation for that, so I will send a link to you so that you can do a bit of chakra balancing, opening, and really getting yourself into alignment. And any blocks that are occurring, or anything that you're holding on to where the energy's stuck, it will help you certainly. But I feel like, there's just this big sense of disappointment where love's concerned, and you're very cautious. You're a very cautious lady. You're just like, I'm not just going to let any old Tom, Dick or Harry into my life because, going to hurt me. And I feel as though there's somebody from the past. The first card I drew for you is the renewal card, which is about somebody who you were wanting to go forward with in a relationship in a big way, and they really let you down. And there's this sense of it was a big letdown, and you're still holding on to that in some way, in terms of believing that that's going to happen again. So when we've been really hurt and badly let down, it can sometimes place some kind of charge in a particular energy center and damages it. So for you, I don't see any particular one. I'm seeing a kind of range of different things that have gone on. So let's get you rebalanced again. So that's where you are right now. Let's have a look at your next major relationship, because there's always a lid for every pot. And if you are open to love, if you're open to somebody coming into your life, especially if you do some rebalancing of your energy centers, you're going to be able to allow love in, okay, and feel empowered. So let's have a look and see who it is that is going to be your next major relationship. So first of all, what I'm getting is really strongly is this person, you and him have known one another before, and it might not be in this lifetime, but it certainly is in a previous lifetime, because you've got the past life relationship card, and that might sound a bit seaside fortune teller. You've known this person before. They are a soulmate, a twin flame from a previous life. This doesn't come up a lot, so rest assured, I'm not saying that to everybody. Everybody's romance readings are so totally different. But with this person, it's like there will be, when you meet them, there will be this sense of knowing, the sense of feeling like you're coming home. And both of you are going to feel like that. He's got the Ten of Earth card here, which is a very happy family life. And where you're really guarded, where you're sort of tripping between the freedom, the higher self, and the lower self, like wanting to belong, wanting to put roots down, wanting to be part of something, create your own little family unit again. This person wants that very much, and they feel like family. They feel like, when you meet them, you feel this really cozy, lovely sense of belonging. And so that they'll feel like a pair of fluffy slippers. I don't feel like that there's going to be, oh wow, intensely passionate, super spark, flying and that kind of thing with them. This is all about that warmth, that sense of, oh, coming home. There you are. I just feel like, I'm connecting with who I should be with. So when you meet somebody and it doesn't feel like that, then they're not the one. And for you both, I feel like it's a bit of timing going on here. So they had to be ready, and I feel like they're going through a bit of a life cycle as well, where things are coming to fullness for them in terms of their life cycle. So you were saying, that you want a partner, you're ready for a partner. Well, this person's ready too. Okay, this person is really ready, and they are ready to throw themselves in. They're going through like a really big life reboot. So they're shown here as the dreamer, ready to take the leap of faith into the unknown, ready and excited for new opportunities in relationships. Like I said, I don't think there's tons of baggage with this person. I feel as though they've been doing a lot of inner work. And so I feel like they're quite spiritual, and they're a lovely person. So what I'm getting is their life purpose. So I always draw a life purpose card, because I say, what do they do for a living? I want to know what they do. And they've got the light and love card, which has got this beautiful pink angel on it. And it says their purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. And so it feels like they're on a bit of a spiritual journey. They are awakening to what's important in life and where they need to give back. So this person feels very loving and lovely, and very connected. And they might not wear it on their sleeve in a really big way. You know, they might not go to lots of spiritual events and things, although we're going to have a look and see, you know, how you meet them. But they are definitely on the pathway, you know, they're definitely tuned in spiritually. And they're in this place of real intuition, really connecting with their third eye chakra. And their big lesson has been to accept the things they cannot change. So they are just flowing along with wherever the universe is taking them right now. And they're about to embark on a new part of their life, new adventures. They're very open to new things. They're very excited about new beginnings. And they've come to the end of a 10-year cycle. And they're ready for commitment, groundedness, opening up to, you know, whatever the universe is guiding them to do. And like I said, this is a past life thing. So with past life relationships, with, you know, two souls that need to come together to do something together, then that is, it's fated. There's some kind of elements of fate that work to bring you together at the right time. So there's a big timing thing going on here. And, you know, when, you know, I was talking about, to advertise the love readings on my page, I was talking about Harry and Meghan getting married last weekend. And you can see with them, their love story and the way that they are with one another, there's a definite karmic thing there. There's this definite soulmates connecting, a lot of fated stuff going on with that and timing. And this is going to be the same with you as well. I'm just going to see if the angels can give me anything else about this person in terms of what they do. They seem to be really lovely, you know, that there's just this beautiful energy about them. Okay, they are in charge in some way in their job. So they're a leader. I do feel like they've got some kind of important position. They're up there in terms of the career ladder. But they're one of these kind of leaders who's very inspirational, motivational, very kind, and more like a mentor in the way that they approach leadership. Very people caring. It's coming through as the King of Earth, very grounded. So that can be, and not always, because sometimes people get hooked on when I talk about star signs, people get hooked on that and start going, oh, I'm going to send you the birth dates of all my exes, or these people that I fancy, and is it them, is it them? And the thing is, you haven't got to get too hooked into that, because, for example, for me, I was getting fire sign man, which would be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius coming up when I was asking about love a few years ago. And the man that I ended up with was actually an earth sign, so he was a Capricorn. And I was just like, why is he coming up as his fire sign? Because he's very dynamic, very, very fast moving. He's very motivated, very high energy. And he had his Venus sign in Sagittarius, which is fire. So sometimes the angels bring the attributes of the person rather than the star sign. But anyway, having said all of that, what I'm getting is the King of Earth for you. So this is a dark-haired man, very grounded, somebody who loves to be grounded in nature. He probably enjoyed camping and outdoorsy things, walking. It probably has a beautiful garden, because they usually do. Likes to do earthy, down-to-earth things. Be connected with the earth. Usually these kind of men, they like cars, motorbikes, cycling, all that kind of stuff, you know, things that where they're connected to the ground and earthed. And so this King of Earth could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but very down to earth, very smiley, very, very people oriented, but very in a very sincere way. So generous, practical person. He'll mend your fence. You know, he'll paint your front door. that kind of person. That's how he gives. Doesn't necessarily with flowers and chocolates. Although, flowers are, if he's got a lot of earth in his chart, they usually like to give flowers because they like the Mother Nature things. So that's what I'm picking up. But certainly their attributes of being very down to earth and grounded and in touch with the earth, but also their spirituality as well. Okay, so how do you meet? Well, what is interesting is there is some kind of get together with people who are like-minded. So I feel like you're both interested in something very similar. So you will be connected through something that you both are interested in and gathering at. And there's going to be a lot of conversation between you. So you may end up sitting next to one another, or like if you're in some kind of business event where you're put into groups or a team, and there's some kind of activity where you have to work together on something. There's a lot of stuff like that where you're having to communicate. It could be that you even meet through the workplace, and when you do, that you're having to work on a project together. But there's a lot of flirtiness between you, a lot of light-hearted, airy kind of, lots of communication, very, very communicative, the two of you. So it's not like, I don't feel like you're going to be meeting in a bar or, that kind of thing. It doesn't feel like it's a social event, as in where you just, letting your hair down and having fun. It feels like you're both very interested in whatever it is that you're both at this event for, because you're both connected to this in some way. And it's more of a communication thing where you're having to talk to one another, or you're talking to one another, but there's this very light-hearted banter and flirtiness going on between you. How will they affect you? Your first impression of them, they certainly make an impression. And I don't know whether they're quite keen on you straight away. And they're quite kind of, we should keep in touch, or we should, I'll send you a Facebook request or a LinkedIn request or something like that. And then you're just like, oh, it's getting a little bit too keen, so it might be a little bit shocking, like where he's very keen and you're just a little bit like, whoa, just, this is all a little bit too much. So, just don't don't dismiss it. If somebody's very keen and they're not necessarily your type, or you're not necessarily, like I said, I don't feel like it's a fancying thing, like where you're like, ooh, sparks are flying, you're amazing. It's more like this comfort, like, oh, we can talk, we really connect with one another mentally more than physically at first. And you might be thinking, I don't fancy you. And then how it will affect you is actually, this is everything you want, this person. Bring in everything you want, and you will see that this is the dream. When you think about love and relationships, this person's there for you. They're very grounded, they're very loving, they've got this beautiful energy. It's just so lovely. I feel like I've got a pink warm blanket thrown over me when I think of this person. So if at first you think, you're flirting and you're sort of enjoying the flirting, but you're like, I don't fancy you, mate, just give it a little bit of time. Because the other thing is, they might be quite full on in their whole, oh, you're lovely, or let's go out on a date or whatever, and you're just like, whoa, I'm not sure how I feel about this. But just give it time, because they will shape up to be everything that you want. So be prepared for you to be a little bit lukewarm about it at the beginning, but boy oh boy, is it going to be something really, really lovely. And what kind of relationship will it be? Well, what I'm seeing here is that it will be something that both of you will be able to develop spiritually and emotionally, and it's very meaningful. It's very meaningful on a deep emotional level, because you're being connected by the universe, because you're being put together, and it's this gorgeous soulmate connection of the past life reconnecting, and that empowers you both emotionally, and you both feel, like sometimes when relationships are, you'll know if you've been in previous relationships, they're not quite right, and that person's brought along to teach us a lesson about ourselves. So it might be lovely at the start, and then all these sort of things creep in, and then there's disappointment and heartache and all that kind of stuff. Well, with this person, it isn't. It goes really very deep, and you feel as though you can grow, you can be yourself, they can be themselves, and you're both adding and contributing to one another. So it's lovely. It makes you think. It makes you both think. And so what are the obstacles? You get a little bit stressy about it, and you're in two minds. So they're stirring your romantic feelings. They're coming in all gushing and loving and very, open to you and possibility. But the obstacle is you, my love, where you're going to be like, I'm not sure I want this, or, I've been on my own now, and I'm waiting for the right person. Are you the right person? I'm not sure. And you sort of turn it inward. So there's a bit of stress going on for you about, do I want this? Is this what I want? It's, which is where you are right now. So what I would say to you is just be careful of that. Be aware of it. Come back and listen to this reading again and know that that's going to happen. But the outcome is, the other thing is, I don't know whether they earn a lot of money. So you're kind of, have you got some tick boxes in terms of, I used to know this lady who, she'd recently gotten divorced, and then she was saying to me, I'm looking for Mr. Right, and he's going to drive a BMW or something of that caliber and higher, and he's going to have a certain amount of money that he earns. And those were her very, very important tick boxes. So have you got tick boxes? Have you got, is one of the things that, it could be one thing or another. So you're either feeling a little bit intimidated because of what he earns and the kind of career that he does, because he could be really busy, like he could have one of those careers where he's incredibly busy and he's not, not available all the time, but when he is, he gives you his all, his complete attention, but that you feel a little bit intimidated by that, or feel as though you're not the most important thing in his world because he can't see you all the time. His career takes him away. Or that he doesn't earn enough for your liking, and you're a little bit conflicted like that. You're like, I earn more than you do. So there's something to do with, let me just draw another card and let's get some clarity around that, because I don't want to be vague. What is... All right. So I feel like you're going to be better off as being part of this relationship, okay? Because definitely, you've got the Three of Earth and the Nine of Earth, and the finances and career card, which is money. It's abundance. It's having extra cash to splash around and feeling more wealthy, and as though you can do more with your life. So I feel as though he maybe brings money in, or both of you, when you get together, it enables you to be more affluent when you join forces. So I think it's going to be really good. Going to be really good outcome. And what will you learn? What will you learn from this relationship? To release judgment and release that kind of, something that's going on in you that's holding people at arm's length, or holding love at arm's length, because you're putting this force field out there going, don't come near me. I want love, but I don't want love. I don't want to get hurt. Part of experiencing great love is vulnerability, and going through those emotions and allowing yourself to be vulnerable, feeling the feels, good and bad, because there will always be a bit of upset with love, because the path of true love never does run smoothly, as we know. Can't be 100% brilliant all the time, but You know, in order to experience great love, you have to crack that heart open of yours, and you will learn to be strong enough to do that. Okay, and it's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing that's coming in for you, a lovely person. So be open to that, because it's everything you want. And you still have to be brave, okay? And you will be brave. That's the outcome for you. Okay, so I'm going to now have a look at, when is this lovely person coming into your life? Right. Okay, so first of all, I feel like you've got some healing to do. You've got some important forgiveness and some releasing to do. I feel like the next 3 months are really pivotal in that. And so he's coming in within a 9. And I feel like that's 9 months. So it can be either the 9th month of the year, which is September, or it could be 9 months from now, which would be we'd be going into 2019. So let's see, where if we count it from June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So around February time, 2019, it could well be. Let me just draw another card to get clarification. Okay, so is it February? Is it 9 months? Is it the 9th month? I got another number 9. So yeah, I feel personally like it's a longer time frame. I feel like it's 9 months. Oh, I just drew another 9. So yes, 9 months from now, you've got some sorting out to do, some work to do. So you've got number 9 came out 3 times then. If that's not confirmation, I don't know what is. So 9 months, okay. And time for you to really get your heart healed, get your balance, right, and to really get into the right frame of mind. So it's interesting that I feel like over the next 2 months, June and July, both of those months are going to be you focusing on yourself, forgiveness, letting your concerns about love subside, fade away, release, dissolve those, working on you, nurturing you, and feeling like you want to spend that time getting into a good place, okay? And then it does feel as though, yeah, the next 2 months are really critical in terms of healing, feeling back to, whole, and a sense of optimism about love. And then, let's see, so June, July, August, September, October time, you've got incredibly important time for intuition and really going inward. All right, so just be very aware of, in October, of any intuitive guidance you're getting about what to do. Listen to your vibes and listen to your angels, because they'll be communicating with you in a big way. So that's November, December. I'm just going to have a look ahead to February and just see what's happening there. Okay, so it does look like February presents you with an exciting new beginning with the Ace of Fire. So that's all about excitement. You're excited about something or someone. Things are really in balance, and it feels like by March time you're out and about. You're doing exciting things, and by April it feels like you're in a relationship. Okay, so so I feel like the connection or the opportunity to connect comes in the February, and then the relationship goes to a level of, oh, we're together in this, we're in a relationship by April. So that may feel like a long time, but there's a lot going on in between, and there's a lot of healing to be done. There's it could come in quicker, but that's what I'm seeing for you. So good luck with that, and it looks exciting. So get excited and work on you, and work on you really nurturing yourself and getting yourself ready and removing any blocks to this beautiful person coming into your life, because they are there in the wings. Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed your reading, and sending you lots of love and angel blessings.